Hey guys, hope everybody's doing all right. Had a good holiday season. As you can see behind me, I did end up getting a bag of this feed, and I absolutely hate feeding it to my cow herd. I feed it to some of my steers that were fattening up, but feeding these grain products can be kind of dangerous for me and for the cows, and I'll kind of explain to you what I mean. Give you a quick look. This is primarily a corn and soybean based product, and it's got 15% protein. It kind of changes with each batch they make, but this one was like 15.15, I believe is what they had on it. We'll bring these feed troughs out to the field and we'll give the cows some of these pellets. I really wish I could find some better feed troughs than these. These are pretty cheap, but they're not very durable, so the cows, if they step in them, they'll crack them. They flip even in strong wind. So I really would like to get something that's better than these, but I hadn't really found anything I was happy with. So if y'all know of something, let me know. All right, let's tote this over there. Now this feed is really only to get me through about the next month. I mean, if you look at this field behind me, it's really growing up nice with some green. I'll kind of pan a little bit. You can see I've got almost 30 acres planted in rye and turnips and clover, and it's coming up pretty good, but it's slow. I know y'all have heard me say it before, but we had that bad drought, so we really ran low on grass. And then we were late planting because we had no moisture. Now the days are short and cold, so it's growing slow. So this feed is really only to carry me through about the next month, maybe 6 weeks at the most, and then our cows can be back to their regular grazing. And like we've been having, Miss Dollop is over here enjoying the fresh sprouts of the ryegrass, because she is the only one short enough to go into the fence. So like I said, there's danger to the cows and there's danger to me when it comes to feeding grains. And I think you're getting an idea of what the danger to me might be. Just watch how these guys follow me. It's insane. They know I've got something good, and they're gonna get it. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Like I said, they're not gonna miss out on what I've got. So the danger to me is definitely worse when you have tame cows, because what'll happen is they're so used to you, it's actually a danger of getting trampled. think you could see why. They don't yield a whole lot to you, so they get kind of up in your space. One cow pushes on another, and they end up bumping into you and hurting you. That's the biggest fear. So let's see if we could get this feed into these troughs and under this fence without getting squished. Oh. Come on, yeah. Come on, move. Whew. That worked out pretty good for me. I think what I'll do is try to keep these troughs on the edge like this, where when I go to dump the feed, I can stay safely on this side of the fence and not get accidentally smushed. The cows love this stuff. It's like I said, it's a corn and soybean dust basically and fines that they steam with a little bit of salt and make these pellets. Animals just love them, and they actually do very well on them. But to keep your animals safe, you got to be careful. Anytime you introduce a new feed, you do it slowly. So what I've done here is I've put out about 1.5 pounds of feed per head. Now, I know most of the calves won't eat a whole lot of it, but the yearlings and these cows and the bull certainly will. And I'll slowly work them up to about 3 pounds per head over the course of the next week to 10 days. And that should, if I see any problems like diarrhea or scours or anything like that, I'll slow down or go backwards on the amount of feeding. But it should not be an issue. I've used this product bunches of times, mostly with my steers, and it's cheap. So I don't know what the going rate is for most cattle feed, because we have this grain elevator by us, and so I get this stuff for $200 a ton. So when I was kind of doing my analysis last weekend, trying to figure out how to get through these next 6 weeks with hay and everything, this stuff is by far the cheapest to feed, because the best price I could get on hay that wasn't sprayed and had any kind of analysis on it was like $60 to $80 a bale basically, and my cows are eating at least 1 bale a day, so it's about $80 a day versus I could feed them for almost a month for $200. It's kind of a no-brainer to give them this feed for the short term. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, anybody who's fooled with cows knows that when you got a friendly herd, you got a bag of feed in your hands, it can get sketchy. But it's also a good thing, because if my cows ever get out of their pasture, if they're ever on the loose, if I need to move them, do anything funny, you see how powerful the draw is for that feed. I could go around with this bucket, one of these buckets here, where I've gotten to the point where I don't even have to have anything in them. They just see the bucket, you show it to them, and I can move these cows anywhere I want to bring them with no problem. I don't have to have horses and cowboys and everything else to move them. I could go out there by myself with one bucket and do anything I want. So it's good, it's bad. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with feeding these feeds. You know, we do like to try to be mostly grass-fed, and I think it's more sustainable when you don't feed packaged feeds like this, but it's available. I needed it, I got it. Cows are gonna eat it, and that's that. And they'll stay with hay. You can see I'm just hoping my hay goes a little further than it's been going, where they've been eating a bale a day plus. Some days if it's not a big bale, I've got to put out a second one. And if I can extend it to a bale every other day while we're feeding this grain, that would be awesome. It would definitely get us through to grazing on all this green grass we have planted everywhere. It is just taking some time to grow up. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful weather, and I sure appreciate you guys watching and following along with our channel. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will catch you guys on the next one.